I'm not sure if the Facebook is live, but I'll figure that out later. Anyway, welcome. I want us to start doing some editing, some live editing for you all online, and just showing you all some of the things that you can do with some wonderful programming. So today I'm going to show you all this screen here and put myself right there. First of all, I'm editing in Ecamm, so shout out to Ecamm. Thank you so much for this wonderful platform. And then the second one I'm going to be using today is called Descript. Descript is a wonderful platform that gives us the opportunity to edit not only with video but also with text, which has been a super game changer for me. So hopefully this works, but if not, I will do it a different way. Let me do it a different, because I don't think that project loaded all the way. So let's just start a new project. Okay, new project, retrieving project, great. And we are going to go IG live from December 21st. So I literally just finished Instagram live, and I was like, I feel like I said some nice things on there, so I'm going to go ahead and try to turn this content around sooner rather than later. So this is one of the easiest ways that I found to do it. So first of all, let me just show you this, right? So Ecamm has given us the wonderful capabilities of being able to now record natively more than one camera source. So I have three different camera angles from here that I can utilize, which I think is amazing. So we have camera A, which is just going to be my close-up view. I'm going to turn off my system audio so y'all don't go crazy. And then we got camera where I actually like recorded. I plugged in my phone. Let me turn on mute. Greetings and salute. One of the things I did, I plugged in my phone, right, as a source, and then it was able to record my Instagram, actually like my live experience, and then myself on the side. So we have two angles that I used to, force before, but now I can just have the separate sources. I don't think it recorded the cell phone, but I don't think I need that per se. Either way, and then I have this side view. So shout out to Omar El Takori, who has encouraged this side view right there. I'm going to change up the framing so I'm not so close right here in the future. I've already adjusted my camera a little bit. I can show y'all that too. So let me show y'all that actual camera angle so y'all can see what it's looking like now. It is sideways, but it's purposeful. So now this is my framing. I got a lot more space. So there's that. Now what did I have on? I had this on. Sweet. All right, cool. So let's get started. So like I said, I have the YouTube live, and I'm going to take that camera B footage, that side footage, and we are going to just throw this in here. Descript is a wonderful one because I can literally just drag and drop the file in there, and it's going to transcribe it for me the way I need to, and I'll be able to show y'all some of the stuff that I got together. I could put my speaker name, but I know it's me, so we don't have to do that. Okay, cool. File is added and it's preparing, and it's going to transcribe for me. In the meantime, what I can do is I'll stretch this out a little bit for more space, and I will go ahead and just rotate this clip, the layout. Go ahead, switch that. Actually, I'll go here, go to portrait, and then I will change the rotation of this. Let's see if is it 90? Boom. Cool. And then I can just make this bigger. You can drag and drop. Sometimes it gets a little finicky, but it is what it is. But I got to do it a little bit wider since I was so close to the other side, and push myself back over here. So yeah. So not Storyblok, sorry. Descript has done a great job of creating newer versions of their program that allows editing to be a lot more seamless, if you will, by having everything in one place. So from this platform, I can literally edit my video. I can have a transcription that I can use to pull out quotes and to create a blog post or maybe even an email sequence, all from right here. And I can make multiple different short form clips, as well as if I wanted to firm up a longer form clip for many different programs such as Instagram, YouTube, so on and so forth, right? So even the platforms that I'm on. So those of you, so I edit, that's what I do, right? But those of you who are not editing, this is a great way to kind of and a great program to utilize to alleviate some of the pressures or the frustrations when it comes to editing in a traditional software. So now I can literally see everything that I have. So even if I was to play this is a little loud over here. So I'm saying greetings and salutations. I can read it. I don't have to listen to it. In editing softwares, I literally have to listen to what I'm saying. Here I can see it. Greetings and salutation, good friends. I want to see if this works. What is this? Turn it on, turn it back off. This is nothing that I was needing to say that brings any value or importance. So guess what? I can just delete all this. All right, I can delete all this. And guess what? When I delete it, boom, it's also gone from, it's like it's editing. The video part of that is gone. All right. And so I can continue to skim, see whatever's going on, and I can see where I start actually talking about the information. So I want to make sure that y'all get it. Okay. So 4 easy ways to repurpose your content. So all of this stuff is time that we don't necessarily need. Look at that. That's about, what is that? 35 seconds that I'm just getting rid of by, and I can just go on and continue editing. So 4 easy ways to repurpose your content. All right. First way, honestly. Okay, so I can even, all right, I can get rid of that because most times people just want you to get to the point. So 4 easy ways to repurpose your content. First, ways to create graphics. I can see all that. So I'm not going to do a full rundown of this whole thing because I know I got about a good 20 minutes remaining on this right here. But let's go ahead and just turn one thing around for social media purposes. First way, honestly, create graphics. All right, I'm saying good afternoon. Okay, great. So let's turn. What am I looking for? Cool. We'll just use that. Let's take this. So what I do is if I say something good, I will take that information, keep a base. So I'll use this kind of like as my base and refer to it and then just go back and forth as I need to. So I can take this. I'm going to highlight this part right here, right click, and then I'm going to duplicate to new composition. So I keep this same base right here so I can refer back to something. And then I can go here and I can rotate this again, 90 degrees, and then scale it up the way I need to, push it back so I'm not so far outside of the frame. All right. So we're just going to go, boom, create graphics. Listen to what you say. Good morning to you, good afternoon, wherever. We're going to take that out again. So just create graphics. Just create graphics, meaningful quotes. This means that take the time to listen back to the things that you're saying and that you're doing, because 9 times out of 10, you're going to drop a bar. You're going to say something that's meaningful, especially if you're talking about what you are passionate about. Okay, so that is what we're going to utilize for this particular clip. And this clip ends up being about 15 seconds, which is great. Okay, so I will go through because I'm going to put captions on this, and I like to delete the like, what are the grammar parts? I don't know what to call those. But anyway, I take it out because sometimes it looks a little weird when you're creating a caption. So we're going to take this 15-second clip and we're going to turn it into something that we can post on social media. And I'm going to do this here and post it today for you all to be able to see. Okay, so I've taken all of that out. Let's make sure things are spelled correctly. Just create graphic, meaningful quotes. Take time to listen back to things that you're saying and you're doing, because 9 times out of 10. So I'm going to press the C button right here so I can turn this into an actual 9 and correct it. 9 times out of 10, I'm fine with that. You're going to drop a bar, right? You're going to say something that's meaningful. Take out this punctuation. And then especially if you're talking about what you are passionate about. Great. Okay, so we have a clip, video clip. We have some text. Okay, we're going to add captions. So we also have audio, right? So these are 3 different resources that we can use. We have something that people can see, something that people can read, something that people can hear. And we can create multiple pieces of different media inside of these scripts with this trifecta, if you will, right? So we can turn this into, we can expound on this in an email or in a blog post, right? We can take something from here and create a carousel or create a graphic. We already have a video, and we can use this video in different ways. We can use it with what I'm saying already. We can mute the audio and just put another quote or something like that over it. We can use the audio and put a different picture over it and use it for another purpose, just like that. So we can just repeat and recycle all this stuff over and over and over again by having an idea of how we can, manipulate the material. So let's go ahead and throw some captions on here. Captions, boom. I love this program. It has fancy captions. So I already know I've imported the bold font into this program because it's a nice, clearly bold font. I'm going to move this thing up. Okay. And then I have options right here to change the way the captions look. So I can have classic, which kind of just pops up just in sentence form. Karaoke will have the little cursor over it so people can follow along with it. And then clean will have it pop up one word at a time. Today I think we're going to go with karaoke. Okay. And then I'm also going to have a background on it. And I'm going to I'm going to make this, what do you call this again? Anyway, I'm going to take away the transparency just a little bit so people can see the words. If I didn't want to do that, I could do a border. Some people are like, let's do that today. No, I don't do that with karaoke because it looks, sometimes it just, this means that it looks a little weird. Yeah, no border. We'll go background instead. I'm going to change the color of this. Sometimes with the cursor, I like to see if there's a similar color somewhere that can relate, but I see no similar color, so we're just going to go with a color like this. Sometimes it matches my brand colors. Okay, so now the captions are done. How many of you struggle with captions because you're trying to do all these other things and make it look fancy and pop in and pop out? This way, I just make my point. I make my point and go on my life. Okay, so just create graphics, meaningful quotes. This means that take the time. They're done, right? Praise God. Those are finished. I'm done with the captions. If I want to add more stuff, that's great. And the things that I can add, which Descript once again gives us the opportunity to do, is I can just add some, GIFs or something like that. So one of the things you can do is create scenes. So these little hash marks, these /. All right, so let's say meaningful quotes, and I'm going to press enter and put a /. Now I have a different area. So I'm going to make my scenes, and then I'll show you all what I want to add. Meaningful quotes, take the time to listen. Let's do something for listen. Back to the things that you're saying and doing, because 9 times out of 10, you're going to drop a bar. Okay, we'll do bar. We'll find something to relate to that. This doesn't really do anything, but it just helps me see something meaningful, something that you're passionate about. Say something that's meaningful. Bar. Yeah, okay. Something that you're passionate about. Okay, cool. So just create graphics. Let's go to stickers and put graphics. Or actually, did I put graphics? Oh man, I got curse words on. I'm sorry. Let's see. Yeah, we'll use this. I don't know what it is, but we'll throw that in there. Okay, is it there? Bet. Scale that down, and it's in the wrong place. I'm going to move it. So when you see this little cursor right here, this moves it back and forth, but this will move it from a different scene. Where's my? Okay, switch it back. That will move it to a different scene. And I need to move it all the way to a different scene. Boom. So it loops automatically, but you can go here and do it for once. Okay, so just create graphics, meaningful quote. Okay, great. Create graphics. Now I can go here and put in quote. Okay, meaningful quotes. Is this the same one? Great. Meaningful quotes. And so if you can't see it, you can put that right there so you can see what you have on the timeline. I'm not going to use that because it doesn't have anything on it. Meaningful quotes. This means that I'm gonna take that out. We'll use the quotation marks. Delete. Go back here. Quote. Oh, you know what? I'll use the bubble because people understand the bubble. Find pictures that make sense, folks. That's the key. We'll put it up here. Meaningful quotes. Okay, and let's see. I'm going to not loop this. I'm going to do it once because I said meaningful quotes here. Then this is where you can dial things in. This is one of the things I really enjoy as well, because my timing is impeccable for the most part once you get used to it, because I can put it right over where I said it. A lot of times you don't have the words in traditional editing softwares unless you already transcribe it and can find it line by line. But it's meaningful quotes. It makes my life easier. And then listen back. So what are we gonna find for listen? Listen is some ears. I'll put listen. Okay. And you want to make sure that your cursor is over the series or the area that you want it, or else it will go somewhere random. Loop once. So the scene, sorry. So if I want it here, just need to do that and have it on the scene. Listen back to the things that you're saying. Going to make this smaller. Okay. To listen back to the things that you're saying, and because 9 times out of 10 you're going to drop a bar. Put that scene right there. Clap. Okay. Nope. I will go with this guy right here to let people know, like, yo, that was something great that you said. And we can either take this and unloop it and move it down, or we can just press B, which is for blade, and cut it down. And then press A and you can just delete this part. Bar. Okay, let's move him. Great, here we go. Bar, you're going to say something that's meaningful, especially if you're talking about what you are passionate. Let's do this, see if we can find passion, something for passion. Put excited instead. Okay, we'll use her. Something that you're passionate about. Move her down. Sorry, y'all just gotta listen to me because I can't play any music because I don't want any strikes on my account. So, what you are passionate about. Okay, so timing on this one. I want her face to be excited by the time it says passion, so I can just move this down. I see her excited. Move it back over here, and then we can do this once. Are passionate about. Okay, let's see what that looks like when it's looped, if it starts over. Are passionate about. Okay, cool. Bet I'm with that. All right, great. So we have captions. We have a couple different graphics that are coming through. Great. So now we are going to add music. Let's see. I like. Let's go for a little lo-fi. Do. No, need something a little up. All right, let's try. Create graphics, meaningful quotes. This means that take the time to listen back to the. Let's try hip hop just so we can have something upbeat. Alright, let's go with this one. And you see why I did that? Because it's here. So you can actually drag this up from here and put it there, or you could have just dragged it here. So we're going to lower the volume already because I already know it's going to be louder. If I wanted it to come in at a certain point, let's see, does this beat drop here? Okay, I see the beat drop down here, so I want to get rid of all of the slower parts. Put it in for the beat drop. Since this is only like a 15-second piece, right? Here we go. Just create graphics, meaningful quotes. This means that take the time to listen back to the things that you're... Okay, I can also lower this down a little bit, but they also have a really good little audio situation. Audio repair. This sound studio just makes... Hopefully it sounds really good right now, because I'm like, yo, it takes away some of that noise. And I was like really, really impressed with some other clips. So hopefully it can impress us all in a moment as well. Yeah, what else I want to do? I want to keep it simple. I try not to do too much on certain things. But yeah, this is one piece of content that I can have. I can put another piece of B-roll on it and just use the audio itself. I can take the information. So let's see, while that's doing that, I can turn this into a whole another thing. This is a couple steps in one. Create graphics, meaningful quotes, listen to yourself, because you're passionate about it and you're going to bring some type of value. I could just flip the message around if I wanted to for an email or for a blog post or, you know, a quote or something like that. It's like you already got it in you. 9 times out of 10 times you're going to say something meaningful. So if you think of it in that way, you should be good to go. I'll show you some of these other things while this is doing it. So it has videos. Word of caution. Take your base video first, add your B-roll over it, because if you're going to add captions, the captions will be underneath the video, so you won't be able to see it. So videos and all that stuff is like a cake. You're going to have to add this video first, and then you add the captions. So I'll give you an example. If I were to add this video, I don't even know where it will go right now. Where would it go? If I were to add this one right here, it will, where you at? It will cover up my captions. Okay, we don't want that. So you would have to add this video first before the captions. All right, so delete that. Add images, same situation, but just layer it. So get yourself together with the how you want the video to do. Make sure all your words is correct, and then you add your B-roll, your images, stuff like that. Then you can add your captions and then add your GIFs. So remember, the Jiffy GIFs, these are not transparent. The Jiffy stickers are transparent. So I like to use those because I don't have the background behind it taking up more of my screen. They have lots of things here. I'll put a link in the description so that you all can try it out. You can try it out for free as well. But yeah, so let's take a look at it real quick. Just create graphics, meaningful quotes. This means that take the time to listen back to the things that you're saying and that you're doing, because 9 times out of 10 you're going to drop a bar, say something that's meaningful, especially if you're talking about what you are passionate about. Okay, so that's good for me. I can probably delete just a little bit there at the end so I can get this right at 15 seconds, so it will play in my stories all the way through. But in a sense, yeah, let me click this. I don't have any more room, so I'm really happy that I changed the framing over here as well. But yeah, this is one piece of content that I took from a live that I did maybe 20 minutes ago. And so I can continue to develop this or hand it over to my VCA for them to be able to mine. But you have to mine the stuff that you're doing. Like this video that I'm recording right now is being recorded, and I can repurpose it again if I chose to. But you have to set up the system to where you're going to do things. Don't drive yourself crazy either, because there's endless opportunities and possibilities. One of the things that I found that was helpful, let me actually talk to y'all over here. Boom, 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 boom. So this way. One of the things that I actually found that was helpful as well is just creating an expectation. So if I can say, all right, from this live, I want at least 4 different videos, 1 carousel, 1 infographic, because the opportunities are so limitless. You have to limit yourself so that you're not you're not over, I don't even know what you're calling, but you're not fixated on trying to get everything that there is. You're not squeezing it for all you have. Now, some things you can definitely squeeze for all you have, but you'll never get to the rest of the content that you have if you just keep on utilizing it over and over. I can pull from this particular live 4 months if I needed to. But if I have something else I want to share or something else I want to explore, I need to let it go. So if I get something from it, that's great. And then I can move forward. But yeah. I hope this was helpful for you all. If you have any questions, please leave comments. Like I said, I'm going to be trying to go live a little bit more on these different platforms. I hope the experience was well. I'll be looking forward to at least skimming through some of the replays that this has been thrown out to. Shout out to Ecamm, shout out to Descript. And yeah, I'll talk to y'all soon. See ya.